Day and welcome to a new video.
Hey all and welcome to my channel. I'm joined today with Cast Venus, also known as Daniel Lyne.
Hey guys.
Daniel Lyne's his real name really, and Cast
Daniel Lyne.
Venus' tag name online. So today I'm drawing Toad Newt, which is an interesting combination.
Toad Newt, yeah.
They're very close together, related. They have similar body styles. So yeah, I find that oh yeah, it just cuts out every now and again. It's alright. So I've got 8 seconds elapsed usually on my channel.
Yeah, I think that's in general. That's probably actually better because I've done about 2 videos on Twitch, and I think the lapse there can be around even around 20 seconds sometimes.
Jeez, no, it's just gone up to 30 seconds.
Oh well, oh well.
Yeah, but you can see if you look on my YouTube.
Yeah,
I just sent you the link. You can see what I'm doing, kind of. I'm just doing the outline of the Newt Toad from the drawings. This is it's a drawing from my 100 days challenge that I've done.
Ah, yeah, yep.
Yeah. Watch. It's now 1 more day to go. Tomorrow's the last day of it.
So, explain the color choice. Orange for Toad.
Yeah, my color brush was just on orange, and I decided to go with it. So yeah, but I think with toads and newts, the newt that I've chosen, because they come in a range of colors, quite vibrant colors. So I chose a vibrant orange. I'd stick with this vibrant orange for the outline to begin with. But yeah, I usually do an outline and then I basically swap the colors from the different images that I get. So we got the newt.
Whoops. Sorry, give me a second. I just realized I left my, I was wondering why my computer was running poorly, and I realized I left my animation open.
Oh, yeah.
Can't do that. Close that.
So I'll bring some of these browns in. Basically, I'll just do a underlayer. For a color from here. The Newt Toad. What's that?
Okay.
What's that thing for Futurama? The
Hypnotoad.
Hypnotoad.
Hypnotoad. Oh yes, yes. Ah, I see.
Hypno-Newt-Toad.
So you're going with more of a newty color. I get you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Catch your drift.
I start off with I've been merging these animals. I've done four paintings so far of the different animals. So just work out how much color of one animal versus how much color of the toad.
Be quiet. Yeah, I must say that the first thing that came to mind when I saw your crazy creations, I instantly thought like Avatar. You know the animated TV show. I don't know if you ever watched it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and their all their insanely awesome create combinations like the. I think I saw a platypus bear at some stage.
They have awesome creatures like I don't know, their creature design these days are getting better and better. Check out Fantastic Beasts if you haven't already.
Oh, I haven't. Yeah, not yet. No, I plan on seeing it though.
They have amazing creatures in there. And yeah, Avatar has amazing creatures. Even Ape, is it Appa?
Appa, yeah. Appa
Appa.
is a flying bison.
Yeah, that's an amazing creature. I'm not. What is a bison?
Hang on, I'll look it up. I think it's a form of like, I think it's a cattle like, yes, it's a cattle.
But yeah, seeing relations in these creatures to real creatures is good, because then you can feel that they're real.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Oh, it just sped up. I really like that eye. Even though it's kind of hard to see because my computer's not liking the stream. I like your color choice, and even on a blurry screen, it looks really good.
Thank you. Yeah. I might go ahead because you and add another layer to it, because
More layers, the better. But
yeah, more layers the
but
better.
as also the more layers, the slower, and the
Yeah.
bigger.
Um,
Oh man,
it can be. I
what's
mean,
the most layers you've ever had? I've had
ooh. How
years.
how many?
Yeah.
50. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't go too crazy with layers.
Oh, I'm trying to think of my one. Do you remember my comic? You know the comic project we did back in
Yes.
on our first year of and I think my one was that the apocalyptic one. I can't remember what your one was. Your one was a children's one, I think, but
Yeah.
mine was an apocalyptic one about a robot or something. No, a robotic suit that had woken up, which
Yeah.
ironically turned out to be just like a popular video game that eventually came out a few years later. Irony.
Lol.
And I had, oh, I think it was that one. I had so many layers.
Yeah.
My file was enormous, absolutely enormous. And I know some people won't understand, but if you've used Photoshop any time, I don't know
Yeah.
why I did it in Photoshop, you'll know that too many layers is an absolute nightmare.
Yes. Yeah, it can be. Um, that's why you really have to organize your layers. Um, with quick paintings like these, I don't really worry about layering systems.
Yeah.
It depends on the project, I suppose. Um, but you really want to grasp a good layering system. Always, in it, you don't know what's on each layer. You don't understand where everything is.
Yes, and everything turns into a mucky mess.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it just becomes confusing in the end. I was saying the other day that I did my illustration kids book that I did.
Yep. Oh yes, yeah, I do. I remember you, watching you draw them.
Yeah. When I started that out, I had like 2 or 3 pages, but those
Mm.
pages in Photoshop, when I go back to edit them, everything's disorganized. Like, cause I found easy ways of layering, how I should layer them. I should have characters on each layer, and then I should have backgrounds on each layer to make it way more editable. But the first few paintings I did for the book ended up having 50 layers, and I didn't know what was on each layer. And
Oh,
so, yeah, I had to end up going back to these pages and, like, cropping things into their own layers and merging them together one by one. And that took hours. So you can save hours of time with layering systems.
yes. The face project the very first project we ever did,
Yeah.
that was a very, very a layer hungry project. Probably
Was
one of
a.
the worst ones, and I'd rather not mention the very first the very first one I ever did. I don't know if
Yes,
you remember it.
I remember it.
Oh,
It
I
was
wish
a
you did.
huge layering system with heaps, because it was pretty much heaps of photos merged together.
very creative friend,
Mm-hmm.
Gary.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. I'm trying to remember the ones you did, because I remember your ones were just like, wow.
Of
I
what?
remember your projects in the first year.
Oh yeah.
I remember your T-Rex. I remember your
Mm.
T-Rex and your other dinosaurs. You really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was all color pencil
That's right.
drawings. Yeah. Um, it died out, color pencil, but I'm trying to get myself back into color pencil now.
Yeah. Well, what program are you using for all these works? Is it Photoshop or Illustrator?
Photoshop.
Photoshop. Oh, yeah, thought so.
Do some more
Yes.
like digital painting things.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm more of a even though technically I'm not much of a vector designer, though I can do it. I'm more of a vector illustrator kind of person.
Yeah, an Illustrator. Use a lot of Lyne.
Lines and shapes and oh, it's a lot messier than Photoshop. But Photoshop is life if you're using um, like paint tools or photos or
Mm,
anything.
yeah, it's great for painting, and that's what I use it for. Um, but yeah, I haven't done too much. So I used to do a lot of every project. I'll make it a drawing or another drawing project in the first year,
Yeah.
and then I met digital painting, and now I've just turned everything digital.
Well,
Um,
digital is life. Okay, everything's going to go digital, and then it's going to go non-digital, and then it's going to go back to digital.
yeah, yeah. I just, at the moment, I try and do 50-50, so I'm doing traditional art in the mornings, with my 100 days, or my 100 days are traditional.
Mm.
And they inform my digital as well.
Yeah, yeah. I do think it's good to have a good balance. I certainly agree that good balance to have doing both is awesome because you can get different. Of course, each both styles can get you completely different results.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I think you can really master them both though.
Yes, yes.
I believe I can. Because you can chop and change. Like, you can draw what you can make in Illustrator, and you can draw what you can make on Photoshop.
Yes, yeah, and as a very as easily is probably easily the more tech obsessed out of the two Daniels. I can say that you need those non computer skills. You need the pen skills and the reading skills, and yeah, you need it. You can't rely on computers.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of, like, even what I'm doing here, there's a lot of traditional skills that I'm using and thought that goes into it. It's not just the computer making it.
Yeah, well, what probably a lot of people don't see is you're using your Wacom, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
which is pen skills,
yes,
especially with that. Geez, I don't even have one yet. that'll,
yeah.
that'll be my eventual purchase.
They're not cheap.
Certainly not.
They're worth it if you want to do a lot of digital painting. Um, so I bought one because I kind of knew that I was going to do a lot more digital painting in the end.
Yeah.
Than I would traditional. Not to say I don't do traditional. I've got a lot. Yeah. Um,
Though I have to admit, eventually I did. Um, One thing I must say, before I found my personal area in design, I was always envious because I used to look at you and your work, and of course, you knew your area. You knew what you
Yeah.
wanted to do. You knew where you wanted to do. Sorry, hopefully you didn't hear that. My computer just pinged at me. And back then, I had no idea where I was going. Fortunately, this year I managed to get my hands on 3D modeling software, and I think I'm away laughing with that. I think that's going to be my thing, but it's certainly one of the biggest issues. And I know a lot of designers try to say it's not an issue,
Yeah.
but in reality, it is. And the biggest issue of them all is finding your niche. And I would say, yeah, try to listen to people when they say, don't worry, you'll find it. But, I do respect, after being through it myself, that there's nothing worse than being in a room full of designers that know the area, like with Leighton Rowe with his absolutely phenomenal Photoshop and Illustrator skills when it comes to vector designs that easily outmatch mine, and
Yes.
his amazing sense of style in general. And you've got ones like you with your drawing and your digital art painting and stuff like that. That's good. And of course there's our old buddy Steve, who's very, very good at modeling himself.
Yes.
Actually, to be honest, he's a really good all-rounder as it is.
Yeah. Definitely.
It was. I was just going to say, it definitely made me envious at times. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Well, yeah, we all have our different niches that we fill as a class, as we did, and we all have our niches, and it's kind of, I feel like it is like important to have your niche just so that you can focus on getting that thing right. But it doesn't mean you should always just stick to one niche either.
No, exactly. You need to mix and match.
That's why with all these, projects that we get, they're not always what we want to do.
Yeah, very much so.
We chop and change things, kind of get things that we don't exactly like to do. Like I don't mind designing, but go to a design institute and don't mind designing. Yeah, I wouldn't say like design is my strong point, but I can still do it quite well.
Yeah, I always looked at your stuff and I always questioned why you didn't go into the BDA instead of the BCGD, which is the one we did.
Yeah, well, BDA wasn't offered at that time.
How was that why?
But now illustration and design go hand in hand.
Very, very much so.
Without my design skills, I would not be at this level.
Yes.
And
yeah,
it helps you. Also, it's not just visual imaging that I can do. I can also add text to images and make sure they work well with the image and things like that.
Some typography and stuff.
Yeah, so there's more that I can offer than just illustration.
Really. But Daniel, that's because we had a wonderful, wonderful typography tutor. If he ever manages to watch this,
yeah.
I don't want to die at the hands of Andreas. He kind of slightly. It was at school.
Oh well, it'll be there for another year.
Hopefully, I'm gonna grab it off him. But yeah,
yeah.
No.
Now with Andreas, he usually keeps all the stuff in a safe, secure, hidden spot.
That's good.
And then gives it back.
Yes. Oh, the one thing I must say though, that man is the expert of words in general, whether it's typography or it's speaking.
Yeah.
Andreas, you are an expert in that area because, oh wow, I am a person of little patience, so I get bored very easily. So there were many classes when everyone was on Earth and I was off. I was beyond even blimmin' Pluto at that point.
Yeah.
It's the only problem of being a designer is that generally patience, focus, and designers don't go hand in hand.
Okay.
I would say I know a lot of designers that have very short attention spans.
Okay. I reckon you need a lot of patience. You got to deal with clients, and in the end, they don't get back to you for another year.
Oh,
Well, not a
yeah.
year. I'm exaggerating, but you've got to wait a while for them to get back to you.
Well, I'm meaning more in like non-creative aspects where I just like if it's something creative, I could create a talk. I can be here for hours. Case in point, right now. But if it's something where I don't have any input or something that doesn't really get me motivated or thinking,
Yeah.
I'm the extreme of the case. In some cases, I might even last no more than like 10 seconds before I start getting bored. But as I said, extreme case.
Yeah.
I am autistic, so focus is one of my weak areas.
Yeah.
But yes, it also means I was able to pick up 3D software and start working in it within a week. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So what 3D softwares do you use now?
These days I just focus on Maya. I do use a bit of other simple ones like SketchUp, which is more of an architectural design program, but it's mostly just Maya. Once I've done a few things and thrown a few things together, I'm going to mess around with Unity, which is video game software.
Yeah.
But at the moment, no, I'm just trying to increase and improve my capabilities with creating 3D models.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're playing around with that today or in the near future?
Yeah. I was. I'm currently working on an animation at the moment.
Yeah.
It is certainly quite. It's certainly been quite a challenge, just for one or two things, but I'm definitely enjoying it.
That's good. Yeah. See, now you're focusing more on your animation.
Yes. Before I didn't go near it, even though that's kind of modeling and animation was kind of the way I got into the course in the first place. I kind of left it alone for a little while because I was good, but I wasn't as good as the initial administrator or the person who signed me up thought I was.
Yeah.
So I left it alone for a long time because due to example from my very first project or our very first project where everyone else's looked really good. And then mine, at that point, I didn't even know how to think like a designer. I completely skipped level 4 in general, which was dumb for me.
Yeah, would it be more of a challenge for you?
Yeah, that's the understatement of the year. It was extremely hard, but it was worth it. It was worth it. I had to completely rewrite and rewire the way I thought about pretty much anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, you learnt from it,
Yeah.
and that's what we all do. We learn from failing. Eventually.
Yeah, like I must admit, like to be honest, I was so bad at it that I was one of those people that had a really like clear-cut idea of what design was, and it was such a straight and simple idea of what design was that I saw like some of your stuff and some of the other people's stuff at times, and I thought, that doesn't look that good, but after many years um, this school and stuff, well, quite a few years, not many, I'm exaggerating.
Yeah.
I definitely started learning that, okay, there's definitely more than one style when it comes to design.
Yes.
Definitely more than one style.
Yeah, we all like have our different diverse range of design.
Yes.
Different approaches. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking with you on here, I think I said it last time as well. I think there is only one person missing right now. And that is someone we have to get on next time. We have to harass him and harass him and harass him to get a game. And you know, Daniel.
Yeah.
You know. And one day we will start up possibly one of the greatest talk shows ever created.
Yes.
Ever created, with possibly one of the most inappropriate names ever created. But
what are you getting at here? Are you getting at Gary or
no,
Steve?
Definitely Steve.
Steve, yeah.
Steve.
Popular game designer at the moment.
Yes. One day it'll be, instead of Gabe Newell, you'll be hearing about Steve.
Steve Warrington.
I can just imagine it. It won't be Warrington. It'll just be famous game designer Steve.
Yeah, famous Steve.
It won't even be, other guys. It's like Todd Howard and Gabe Newell, and it'll be Steve.
Steve.
Everybody knows Steve. Because
Yeah.
Steve's everybody's friend.
Steve is everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, Steve's the one. He's at the moment. He's working. Well, he's sending his stuff to this game thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, you gotta ask him about it.
I will. So yes, I agree with. Sorry, I just saw a message from your missus saying the show needs to be made. It was like, yes,
the show needs to be made. Yes.
But no, I didn't know what was going on in his life. I need to ask him.
Yes. But yeah, one day. But yeah, his Skype's not working at the moment. But we'll have to work out a way you can do it.
Oh, sorry, I'm just remembering the last time that happened. It was certainly funny, but unfortunately, we can't exactly say it was quality.
Quality. But that's the thing. It's some fun into the videos.
It was 2 hours of absolute chaos.
Absolute chaos.
There's two guys giggling like little girls whilst watching it.
Yeah. I played around with a bit more brushes.
With your guy. So the only question I have is, I know it's not that much of an issue, but whereabouts are you drawing the light coming from? Is the light coming from behind him, or?
No, the light's coming from this way here, so the top right-hand corner.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed because you've drawn it on the rock the other way.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you noticed or not. Because the you've got to name it. You've got to name it. You give it a name. Your toad
Newton
is looking Newton.
Yeah, Newton.
Oh yes, I love it.
Yeah, my Newton anyway. Yeah, the light. The thing though is that then this here would become dark because of that tail.
By the way, remember I can't exactly see everything in real time, so
yeah.
Yeah, so just yes.
But yeah, it's not quite finished. It's just wee tweaks here and there that I'm getting at. I mean, these tweaks ain't too important,
but they make it look that much better.
Yeah.
Somebody who knows design Not that I'm saying some people don't. That's probably a dumb thing for me to say, but it's the little things like the shadow underneath the feet that if you're not into design, you won't notice. But if you are into design, you look at that and you'll think, oh, yes, that is amazing. Those tiny little shaded textures that I know annoy me when I haven't done it right, and thinking, oh, that's just, oh. And
Yeah.
then,
The little touches can make a big difference.
and yes, Irene, you are absolutely correct. You'll be, if we make a show, an awesome design show, Mr. Jameson will be Daniel, and I should be other Daniel.
Other Daniel.
Other Daniel.
Join me with other Daniel and Steve.
The Double D Show.
The Double D Show with Steve.
Sorry, no, correction. The Double D Show with an S on the end.
The Double D's.
Double D's. That's right. Oh yeah, that's pretty much the reason why we didn't call it that. Because yeah.
Just putting some little dots on his legs, kind of like a toad has.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. The only thing I would say is one thing you could probably do is differentiate the probably the. Hey, I'm keeping it PG. Don't you, Irina?
Keeping it PG.
Differentiating the water from the sky. That's probably the only thing I'd say probably need to. But other than that, I think it looks bang on. It basically just looks like a toad with a tail.
Toad with a tail, pretty much. And the new colors.
Yeah.
Probably go ahead and just darken that sea up a little bit with that brush that I had, or just use another brush.
Maybe you could darken the horizon.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking would make it probably a really good difference. Well, this is the big difference between 2D and 3D design. The awesome thing about 2D, like drawings and stuff, you can just sit there for hours just doing little tweaks.
Yeah.
And they might look really, really unimportant, but once you zoom back out, it's like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But with 3D, everything's got to be designed individually. Every little piece has got to be designed on its own save file, and that's the fun part. But it's also the hard part when you're like, I want to do this. I want to advertisements and logos and stuff, which I enjoy doing, and the odd vector image. I probably don't have the skills for it. Nothing like yours. Sorry if I'm distracted. I'm just watching this mammoth of a spider walk up my window on the outside. I'm just like, focus. Whoa, that's a big spider. Though, if there are any Australians here, that probably doubt it's big. But yes, I agree with you, Irina. That is probably the best idea ever. Mr. Newton needs a hat on his head.
A hat.
He needs a hat.
Mr. Newton with a hat. What kind of hat would Mr. Newton have?
What kind of hat would Isaac Newton have? Oh, wow, that's such a nerdy joke. Oh,
Isaac Newton.
Yes. Oh no, he didn't have a hat. He had a wig. A big puffy white blonde wig. Oh.
Newton. What's his name? Isaac Newton.
Newton, and it's literally spelled Newt-on.
Yeah.
So that's even better.
Isaac Newton. Yeah, it's a wig. He didn't really have a hat.
I was thinking of, probably more thinking of one of those top hats, but that would be hilarious.
You could have so much fun just making different layers with these things on.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
And that's the thing with digital is that you can do so much different things quickly without having to draw the whole thing again.
Yes, yes. Simple things that you can remove and modify and take away because, yeah, different rules apply for different dimensions, I guess.
Yeah.
Having fun there, are we?
Yeah, we're putting a little kind of like one of those Jewish hats or graduation hats or something on it.
I see.
Give him put another layer underneath that. Give him some hair.
You know, all this talking about like 2D and 3D design, it could very, very easily get me into a long conversation about dimensions and stuff. But I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave all of that really scientific mumbo jumbo, possibly for one of my own videos because
Okay.
there's just I probably don't have enough time personally because I'm afraid as I told you I'm a little bit busy today, unfortunately. But you know, life happens.
Yeah.
But, I will do that, and that's something I want to do. I just need to get the motivation to do it.
Yes.
I'm sure you understand that.
Yeah.
Trying to get the motivation. I want to do talks, sciencey talks, but not boring ones. I want to do fun ones. There's just so much.
Crash course.
Crash course, yes. And if I had the money and the capabilities, we could do crazy experiments as well. But you know, can't do that just yet. But that's my plan anyway. I'm thinking I might change my gaming channel and have probably 2 different channels maybe, or one channel where it's design and science, because those are my 2 favorite areas. Because pretty much putting those 2 areas gives me my one greatest love, which is gaming, science and design.
Yeah.
But everybody has gaming channels.
That's pretty much it.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty happy with the result so far. And I'm starting to, with these creatures, it's starting to come down in time. The last 2 or 3 have been 45 minutes-ish.
Yes.
Some takes me an hour. It's kind of, I suppose it's how, like I was saying, this was the easier one.
But no, I do understand. I agree. I've seen a few channels, especially that channel that a bunch of people probably have seen by now, Drawfee, which is a very, very good show. For example, they don't use color, but they draw in black and white. But that's the same idea.
They have been doing color lately, but they quickly do color. They don't really show much of the color process.
No, they did it afterwards.
But they look so funny with the colors as well, and they look more realistic and quite lovely. They get the humor across a bit more, I think.
You know, I think you need to come up with a quirky name for this show, because
quirky names.
Because it's definitely your own unique little show where it's not just drawing, but it's also a little chat show as well. So I'm just trying to think of a name. You could have so many awesome names, and
the D chat show. The show with a D.
Yeah, let's probably not go there.
Yep.
We'll think up something some other time, but I definitely need. You should totally have Newton as your mascot.
Newton mascot.
I think you've created the best character ever right now. Not because it's terribly complicated, but because it's just everything works.
Yes, it's quite simple, but it's nice.
Your Newt toad called Newton.
Newton the toad. I will post that, and hope everyone has enjoyed me creating a new tin here. Yeah, I think
it's
it's
been
me. So thank you for joining me. Support me on Patreon, which is links are on my page. There are links to Daniel's channel down in the description. Yeah, so thank you. Bye.
bye.